All right, part 2, Formula Drift, Long Beach 2021, top 32.
Of that Toyota Supra in the
Let's get
background.
into it.
Toyota, more Toyota racing. Osbo, Freddie will be going against Trent Beecham, local Southern California resident, in that Ford Mustang. Here we go, Dai Yoshihara out front. What do you got, boys? Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Speaking of chase runs, those gentlemen definitely need to step up. And look at that, there we go, Ken Gucci. Oh, and we got contact. Houston, we have a problem.
It's going to be on Goose. He was too aggressive.
I was going to say, Gucci is very, very tight in the pocket there, and it looks like it may have been too tight. He starts off very aggressively, not wanting to let Dai get away. We'll take another look at it here, but that was, from the onset, a very strong move there by Ken Gucci.
Yeah.
But it may have not paid off for him here. We will have an incomplete on this first run from one of these two drivers. We'll take a look at where Dai got back on throttle. We know where the drivers are supposed to be doing that, but it will be an incomplete on this run for someone. Here it is here.
He's already aggressive, man. He's already aggressive right there.
Yeah,
I think we got to go back a little bit and kind of see the lead up a little bit.
Yeah. We got to see the initiation.
Dai's
the actual initiation.
And if he's back on the accelerator at the right time. Let's look at this, a good view here. You can see Ken surging forward.
Ooh, Dai looked like he was a little bit late.
A good look at the contact
on
there.
the throttle.
The camera 1 position is what we want to see. Here it is. Let's watch Dai's rear wheels. He should be getting back on throttle right about, yeah, see, he's on throttle. And a bit earlier than we've seen. So I think he's going to be in the right here. It looks like Gucci
just getting too aggressive.
Like
we said, don't leave the judge's hands. And that's the risk in it for the biscuit. Unfortunately, he got served some biscuits.
Fucking Jared.
Ryan, I hear you talking to Pat. What's up? What's going on?
The judges were assessing fault there. They are giving Gucci the fault, but both cars are fine, so they're just going to go right to the next run.
All right, so unfortunate for Ken Gucci. He tried to get too aggressive there, picking up some shrapnel there on the course. Thank you to Cal Club, all the ladies and gentlemen dressed in white, corner workers here this weekend, as well as they'll be out here next weekend for the Long Beach Grand Prix. And Ryan, unfortunately, I won't be able to make next weekend, but who's stepping in for me? You're going to be out here, but we got our judges back out here. Who's talking smack?
I'm going to be you.
Yeah, okay.
And Ryan's going to be me.
Lontaine.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this role playing. You need to put on some weight. You need to grow a bigger beard. But I like the Ryan and Ryan.
He definitely needs some more hair, too.
So judges having a look at this, you know, a third and fourth time, but the fault has been assessed. Both drivers.
Are they allowed to switch fault, though?
We should be getting the second half of this underway. Yep, getting the thumbs up. Here we go.
Clear to send. We got Ken Gucci out front now
so
with
Gucci
that deficit.
has it incomplete. Okay.
He's going to need a mistake from Yoshihara in order to advance.
He's going to have to drive the hell out of that car.
All right.
Yeah.
Who is going against Odi Bakshis in the top 16? Odi Bakshis waiting in the wings, and here we go. We got a clean start. Kenshiro Gucci out front. He's going to need to throw down a big run. He's going to see Dai Yoshihara make a mistake.
Go.
Gucci with a little quivering there right before that.
There you go.
Now filling all that first outside zone, approaching that second outside zone. Both of them right there. Dai Yoshihara keeping pace with them around that final inside clip.
See, if Ken wasn't so aggressive, man, that could have went one more time with the way those two guys drive. If he wasn't so aggressive, that could have went one more time with the way those two guys drive.
Very veteran move there. This is just like Justin Pollock. He knows he has an advantage here. Keeps the pressure on, but not making too much of a big move here against Ken Gucci. You can see keeping nice proximity.
Ken was a little shallow on that one too.
Trying to move forward here.
That inside clip right there.
Clip gets through it.
That was beautiful by both of them.
Heroic effort there for Ken Gucci. You have to applaud the aggressiveness, but in this case, just does not pay off. And it looks like Daijiro Yoshihara is going to be moving on into the top 16.
Slide him left. Slide him left.
And here we go. Slide him left for Dai Yoshihara. So DAI versus ODI in the top 16. That's Dai Yoshihara versus Odi Bakshis in the top 16. On Europa, leaving the start light. And here we go. Let's see if we get a good start. Yes, we do. The Gold Nose Rockstar Toyota Racing Toyota Supra. Now coming on in, there goes Frederick Osmo,
Oh,
massive
Trent's
angle
a
there,
little
just
shallow.
barely kissing that touch and go, filling all that first outside zone, getting into zone 1, now 2. Trent Beecham now gets the side of him. And now around that final front clip, a great effort there by Beecham.
That was a great lead run by Frederick.
You saw how deep
Trent Beecham
Frederick
covered it up,
got
cleaned it up a little
into the
bit.
touch and go and just barely smooched the wall, but doing a great job out front.
So Frederick Osmo hunting for that second championship. He's got to get through Trenton Beecham here. Osmo known as a great lead driver, getting out to that touch and go. Beecham on that tighter line. Now he's starting to scoot back, but Osmo, excellent job out front. Good transition back around Beecham. Not too shabby, keeping the pressure on through that final inside clip. Coming into view
Even
here,
if he
Osmo
does a phenomenal lead
just
run,
absolutely perfect on the
if
touch and go.
Osbo's somewhat shallow, I think he's going to take the lead just because, well, he's going to get the win because Trent Beecham's first half was so shallow and
Couple
tight.
little steering inputs. Actually, he's actually about maybe 1.5 feet off there, but still really deep into that zone. And Beecham not letting him
That was
run
like a
away,
92
so you gotta give
qualifying
him
run.
props here as he does keep that pressure on Osmo.
Probably like a 92,
Switching things up
91.
now, Jared.
I want to go lower
As
than
Trent
90.
Beecham will go to the lead.
Yeah, that Clonex Ford Mustang. Let's see if Beecham can put it together against his former champ who's in the hunt. Talking about the championship. Can he get a second ever championship here this year? Got the victory just last round of competition in St. Louis. So
Super
Trent Beecham
versus
really going to need to
Mustang.
throw down, but he's got this champ in his
See what you
rearview
got,
mirror.
Trent.
Beecham. Let's see if he can get out of that touch and go. Ooh, big correction there.
Wide.
You see, he grips up, comes up very shallow, laps of angle there for Beecham. But Frederick Osmo does a great
gave it to
job
him.
adapting to
Gave it
Trent
to him.
Beecham, making those mistakes. But
Sorry,
Osmo
Frederick.
showing you the composure of the champion, why he's currently sitting in third, Ryan.
Yeah, I want to underline something that you said there. The adaptation from Osmo was really strong. This he could have put himself in a really tough position where he had to stop drifting or make a mistake because he was having to make those adjustments.
Like,
but he made those
huge
adjustments so well
adjustments.
that it's going to
He
give him a
almost
really
straightened
good
up, too.
fighting chance here to move on. You
Talking
can
about
see
Trenton.
Beecham comes back strong on outside zone 2, but was struggling with the first half of the course.
He's got that second half of
Final
that
inside
course
clip
down.
is pretty good there.
I'll give him that.
Frederick
He's got
Osmo
second half
looks like
down.
it's just too tough of a match here for Trenton Beecham.
All right, and here we go. Slide him left for Freddie, right for Trent, and there it is. Frederick Osmo gets the win and advances on to the top 16. Frederick Osmo piloting that Rockstar energy drink Toyota GR. So you can see him going on once they extinguish. That's go time.
Jeff Jones.
See if we can get a clean start here. Jeff Jones. Yes, we do. Oh, no big deal. The chase car can't hit a cone, FYI. Here we go, Jeff Jones.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Ryan Little in that chase position. Now coming out to that outside, touch and go. Let's see how he handles the transition. Nice job.
Got to swing it out. That was clean
into the
though.
second. Now coming to that final inside clip, Jeff Jones wraps it around Ryan Little right there. Both of them kind of punching out of the way. So
Great lead run
Ryan,
by
maybe
Jeff,
talk a
man.
little bit
Great
about,
lead
you
run.
know,
He's a little
that
shallow on
only
both
cone
of his
on the track is that inside clip, but you see those guys punch it out of the way, but we saw other guys go a little bit deeper. Maybe elaborate on that as we take a look at it again.
Yeah, Jeff Jones in the lead here against Ryan Little. A good battle underway.
Little
Jones
shallow.
trying to reach out to that touch and go. Nice snap back around.
Yeah, that was a good
You can see a
snap
little
back.
bit of movement in the vehicles by both guys. And this inside clip is causing some problems here. You can see Literal taps it, but it's on the right-hand side of the bumper, so it wasn't as extreme. We saw LZ go 3 tires off and an incomplete. We also saw that with a couple of their drivers before. So getting that set up,
Jeff Jones,
touch and go number 2,
he has the
drawing the right
ability,
line
the
there is
skill,
extremely important.
and the
You can see Literal
finesse
with
to
some movement
ride
of
the
his own in
bumper on the
chase.
wall, man. He
Trying
does.
to get in the pocket here.
I've seen him do it.
When you get a little bit tight, you will hit that. That wasn't too extreme. So switching things up now, Ryan Literal going
He's a really
to
good
lead
chase
as
driver
Jones
too. He's a very
will chase him
adaptive
down.
chase driver, so he might be able to like
Let's see what
make
Literal,
Ryan mess
what Literal
up.
does with the clean air. He is going to have this lead, as you just said,
Just
Ryan.
by how
Jeff
well he
Jones
knows how to chase.
hunting him down. It's great to see Literal. He's had just kind of a up and down year, but he's been having a lot of fun along the way. creating some great dialogue of just different power plant battles, RB, 2J. Just the evolution of these vehicles and these builds. Here we go. Ryan Litteral out front. That power stop brakes. GT Radial. Sylvia SMC. Let it rock power. Whoa! Litteral smashes that back bumper. Transition. Oh, he's big correction there, unfortunately. But Jeff Jones stays in it.
They both
we talked about adaptation, and Jeff Jones kept his composure. That might have paid off where he gave himself a little bit of room. But Litteral came out guns a-blazing, bumper slamming into that touch and go, Ryan.
Really digging this battle between these two guys. Great way to start off the top 32 here. Nice little flick there by Litteral. Judges like to see no more than 2 moves, and that is so crazy that it didn't affect the car.
Look like he had to reinitiate though.
Super deep, and you can see where it put the car was not in the right position, and he had that mistake coming back around. Jeff Jones, as you said, did a great job adapting in the chase, not allowing himself to get caught up, not getting overly aggressive to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And now we quickly go to the judges' result.
Yeah, that was real quick, and I think that speaks volumes of Jeff Jones getting the win.
I mean, that was one hell of a drive by Ryan, but I think his correction really screwed him up.
It seemed that the wall didn't want to let go of Litteral's car. He just hit that touch and go and said, nope, you're not going anywhere, and then it just
almost like Jersey.
But I think Litteral just
almost like
really
Jersey.
wanted to prove to himself and prove to the fans that he's currently sitting in 4th in
Dean
points.
versus
Built
Ryan.
out swinging literally. Now coming
Backer
into that
versus
first
Carmelo.
right-hand 90 turn. Out to the touch and go. There goes Ryan Turk tapping that bumper. You can see
So
barely a
cool.
bumper there. Dean Carter's taking a very shallow line, trying to get aggressive. Past that second touch and go into that front clip.
Ryan Turk, man. That's a good driving technique right there.
Overhead view of that,
That was a great driving
we talk about going bumper deep. Turk's bumper is very, very shallow. It's just right there next to the wheel.
That's about as precise as you can get.
Look at this overhead shot.
You can see how fluid it is as well. He does a great job on that touch and go. Dean is not going to let him run away, though. That car is so fast. But look, he takes that tighter line, and that will close the gap faster, but that's not what the judges want to see. Turk, on the other hand, out front, solid lead run.
I will give Dean his credit due. Usually when they take a shallow line like he did on that,
approaching outside zone 2, he was able to correct it, but look at it. I mean, that is just, that's a beautiful thing right there.
usually he screws him up for the one and only inside clip, but he was able to recover nicely and finish strong. So I'll give him that one.
Zone 2. He does quickly address it and kind of get back in the fight there. That'll be an area where Ryan Turk's team can potentially take advantage in their chase run.
And to be quite honest, Turk's lead run wasn't picture perfect. He could have been deeper on the first outside zone. As beautimous as that touch and go wall tap was, he actually technically wasn't deep in that first outside zone, nor the second. Didn't get in the zone, auto zone, but Dean was very shallow, taking that very tight line. So as Dean slowly makes his way to the start line, he's going to really need to step out and fill those outside zones and hit that final inside clip. Dean Carney will lead.
Whoa, wait a minute.
So we'll go back to the second half, but right now it's all Taylor Hole. That comp cam's kind of like ATSV. Let's send it.
Sure.
Here we go. Coming into view of our judges.
See what Taylor Hole's doing.
Taylor Hole getting out there, tapping that bumper on the wall, losing a taillight. Snappy transition. Masayama right there.
Little tight.
And that Buy Now Japan S15 Sylvia. Looks like Taylor full Hole comes around and wraps it very nicely. Puts a bow on it. Masayama. That was a great run by Taylor Hole, and Masayama really had his number on the first portion of that battle, but Taylor Hole, he just really showed up, man. That was awesome.
Well, this is definitely
I've never seen this car bounce here, isn't it? Why is your car bouncing so much,
Taylor
Taylor?
Hole going out, and Masayama trying to stay with him, tapping that wall, attitude not adjusting too much. Big angle through outside zone number 1. Here comes Masayama, trying not to get lost in the smoke, but he falls back a little bit here as Taylor Hole wraps through that final inside clip, and you see that little bump there by Masayama.
Ooh, the eye in the sky.
From above Jared as we take a look at the initiation. Surging forward there is Masayama, trying to get that timing right, get in the pocket. And you can see Taylor Hole tapping that wall. Big
yeah, I'd say he's about 2 feet off the wall.
Number 1. Reaching out pretty deep to outside zone
2
2.
feet to a foot and a half.
Trying to close the door here.
From 1 to 2.
Good start to the battle between
that was a great finish, though.
And Taylor Hole.
That was a very dramatic finish.
I liked exactly what you said there, Ryan. The clash of cultures. You know, you got the All-American boy. from Georgia in that Comp Cams Cadillac ATS-V. You got Masayama, the right-hand drive, by now Japan Sylvia SV.
What I like about Taylor Holt's caddy is that
different parts of the globe
Jared Deonda references like that's the Intimidator's version of a drift car.
Let's see the second half
or something
of this
like that.
battle.
Just, it reminds us. He ain't lying. It
Winner
reminds
of
me
this
of
battle
Down
going
Our
against
Seniors.
either Ryan Turk or Dean Carnage.
Good Red Service Plus Chevy, which is a Cadillac. Cadillac's a Chevrolet. It's a GM product. So
let's see the second
that's
half of
pretty
this
dope.
battle. Looks like we had some. Oh, we had when Taylor went into that wall, knocked off that taillight lens.
Like how there's a good breeze going on
And
with it.
looks like cleanup on aisle
The
1.
smoke doesn't
In
linger.
this case, turn 9, 10, 11 of this Indy course. No problem for him. And here we go.
So
Clear
many
descent.
cars in the background.
Masayama, by now Japan. S15 will lead. Taylor Holt chasing him
All right,
down.
Taylor. This is your
I have a
your
feeling
race
Taylor
to
Holt
lose.
really going to push. And Masayama with that flick right in front of Holt. Now coming through. Oh, boy! Masayama hangs on to that touch and go a little long. Got very precarious there, Ryan, for Taylor Holt. I thought he was going to go into that tire wall. Transitioning now, coming around that final inside clip.
Taylor dropped 2 tires, but so did Masayama.
What
That's
are your
going to
thoughts,
come
man?
down to the
We're
initiation.
seeing a lot of drivers mistime that touch and go, and it has an impact on the entire run. Taylor Holt also got into the second touch and go, and he's sans bumper right now. So, wow, this is a really
Bumper
interesting battle
budgets?
here. Let's see what happens from the onset. You see
What is
Masayama.
going on?
Yeah, we're getting some interference with the drone there, but Masayama went into that first touch and go area, and it did adjust the attitude of the car. And then right there, Taylor Holt gets into the second touch and go. So we'll have to go back and see this from the line cut, but here it is again. Holt kind of slow rolls into it. He goes a little bit deeper, kind of loses ground, but luckily for him, Masayama taps the wall. He's not able to get out to that first outside zone.
This might go one more time.
And then right here on this last
This
section,
might go one more
Holt
time.
taps that area. That doesn't affect or adjust too much, but you can see that Masayama's on a tighter line through that inside clip. Holt was following
this doesn't
him on
go
that
one more
line, so he
time,
was thinking about doing the right thing
I
as a
say
driver, and Masayama will
Taylor
probably get
Holt.
dinged for getting a little bit too inside on that final clip.
So Taylor Holt waiting for the verdict. That bumper has taken an abuse. Here we go with the BC Racing side-by-side
really?
graphics. BC Racing, the official suspension of Formula Drift. Go for gold. Check out BC Racing, the official suspension
Where is
of
it?
Formula Drift.
Okay.
Let's take a look at it here, Ryan. So Holt leading on the left and Masayama leading on the right.
Yeah, we know it's close when the judges call for the side-by-side. And in this case, I think it's going to be about the weighting of mistakes. There were some great moments by both drivers, but there were some mistakes that were enough to potentially create a point of difference for one driver over the other. And the judges want to determine whether or not that can be justified.
That's why I think it should go like one more time. Too many mistakes. You're going to leave it in the judge's hands. It's stupid. You want your skills, your car, and your runs
And
to speak for your skills,
the
you know,
judges really
for your
scrutinizing
points.
this battle here. And this is a case of, leaving the judges' hands. The NOS Energy Drink Top 32, and it looks like a one more time from Chris Yule. Ryan Lantain says one more
I
time.
agree 100%.
So they are going at it again, and that was unanimous. It is
You're
unanimous.
sponsored by Liquid Molly too,
So,
bro.
one more time for
Shoot.
Hull
I'm
and
going to start wearing my
Masayama.
beanie.
For sure. All right, so
All right,
here we go
round
with the
two.
second half of this battle. This is Dean
Round two.
Carnage Carney and Ryan Turk. Remember, Ryan had a very dominant lead
See
run
what you
here.
got.
Dean took a shallower line, but like I said, Turk
Your-
was not exactly textbook.
It's your
He
race to
still
lose,
gave some
Dean.
opportunity there for Dean. Now here we go. Dean Carnage Carney leading.
Nice,
Gets
Dean.
all the way out to that touch and go. Ryan Turk does not.
Ooh.
Now filling that first inside,
Ooh.
outside zone.
Ooh.
Oh! Dean Carney, massive hit.
Ooh.
And that's going to really
Now they're going to have to look at 20 different
hurt
camera
Dean
angles
Carney
to
in
see if
more
it's
ways
Dean's
than
fault
one.
or if it's Ryan's
Up
fault.
until that point,
Sheesh.
up
That
until
was a
that
one more
point,
time
I was-
battle until
in my
that hit.
mind, I was thinking, oh, he's coming
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Because he nailed
Oh,
the
big
touch
time.
and go.
He did, and Turk did not.
And it was a beautiful transition to outside zone 1, but he started moving deeper and deeper and deeper. And as he approached outside zone 2, He compressed that back bumper, got the right rear into the wall in a significant way, and you could see that it was broken immediately once it hit that wall. And as we saw yesterday, there are no standalone K-rails out here, and so these walls really do not move. I mean, maybe a couple inches if they're hit hard, but
they're all pinned.
They're all
because next weekend we got Indy cars, you know, which are going considerably faster. So nice touch there, Ryan. But here,
yeah, as he goes to one, he's going to be on. He was on a tighter line there. He didn't get all the way out, and he kept pushing. When we get this on from camera 3, we'll really see that first shot. Now, right here, there's a worry because that part right there, that's where a lot of the tire starts to accumulate. And even though we've only had a few battles here relative to, say,
I didn't even notice his tire came off the first time.
Going to get some particulate out there. He did push a little bit too deep, got into a really crazy part of the course.
No interference on this.
It's going to be
how beautiful that was right there
for Dean Carney after what looked
looking beautiful.
A great start to his lead.
I don't think I think he went on the accelerator way too late. I think it's all Dean. I think it's Dean.
Another victim.
I think Dean did it to himself by trying to be.
Look at that, driving off even. I don't need no stinking tow truck, says Dean Carney. But unfortunately, he ran so deep.
Yes, I have to
put
agree.
That Viper to sleep as Ryan Turk will get the win. Ryan
and
Turk
Dean's
will
from Ireland,
advance
bro.
on. And the Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper of Dean Carney lives up to his name. Carnage ensues on that second outside zone. Ryan Turk, what's that?
That would have interrupted the James Dean three-peat. That was Osbo's championship in the final battle.
You're right.
Chelsea.
All right, here we go. Speaking of RTR, Chelsea Denofa, Eve Meyer coming to us from Switzerland. And here we go. Chelsea Denofa initiating the BC Racing Dip Time. 4th performance Mustang RTR. Spec 5. Yo, bumper budget. Woo, Eve Meyer. Look at that. He goes deep. Chelsea Denofa, second.
How you gonna
but right
finish
now
it?
leading the charge.
Ooh.
Taking out that
I think
cone.
he would have
Again,
been nose
that cone is
tapped
coming
it,
into
but I
play
think he went 2 wheels
once
over.
again. Mickey and the Throttle Boys in the building. What's up, Mick?
Denofa, interestingly here, kind of got away with one a little bit. Watch this. He's going to hit that touch and go, and right here he e-brakes real quick, and that allows a surging forward there to Meyer. Outside of that, the lead run is pretty good. He does tap that inside clip, but the judges warned all the drivers, you should not be e-braking from outside zone 1 to outside zone 2. And it was pretty clear that Denofa did that. He may have got another gear, but he definitely, the rear wheels stopped. Here it is. Watch right here, right after outside zone 1.
Oh, he definitely e-braked.
See that compression. Now, Eve was not in proximity, so it didn't really have a major impact. But that's just something that they got to be weary of as if he makes it through this battle.
Chelsea loses because he pulled the e-brake. He had to punch himself in the dick.
For the judges to see, but so far doing a great job. You can see the decel areas there, just right at initiation and that inside clip. Everywhere else, they expect you to keep that forward momentum smooth and consistent.
And interestingly enough, for how the car reacts when you yank on the handbrake, that causes the car to actually slide out towards the back end. So what that allowed Chelsea to do is really navigate the back end of that vehicle to get tighter to that second outside zone. So just having that kind of, you know, muscle memory going from outside zone 1, setting himself up for outside zone 2. But when you yank on it too long, that's not, like you said, repeating what you're saying, but just that fluidity. Stay on throttle as opposed to parking it. All right, here we go as Eve Meyer will lead. Chelsea Denofa giving chase. And the lights are illuminating. Let's see what we got. Eve Meyer gets the clean air with that Drift Force BMW operated by the Drift Cave. Eve Meyer, a newcomer to the Formula Drift Championship. Let's see what we got. Looks like he's giving himself a little bit of room there, Chelsea Denofa. Doesn't get all the way out to that first outside zone. A little shallow there, allowing Chelsea to have that proximity. Bring it on into the touch and go and wraps him around that front clip. Chelsea showing you why he is currently a contender.
He was a little shallow, a little tight on his line.
Sensory overload.
And Chelsea was doing great matching his style because the lead cars are moving from a point. Wherever that car goes, you need to match it no matter where they're at, unless it's a dangerous situation.
And we can see out front with Eve, he's not fulfilling the lead driver's obligations. He has a little bit of low angle. It doesn't fully get out to outside zone 2. But Denofa is following him like a moving clipping point.
Ryan, I just said that.
Adjustment here to keep good angle around that inside clip, keep the pressure on, and try to advance in this competition. Here it is from above, Jared. Now, Eve actually starts off pretty decently here on the touch and go.
He gripped
Remember,
up on his
Denofa did it just
initiation
about
more than
perfect.
he
Eve
wanted
gets out
to.
there pretty deep as well.
So it
Not
looks like he's
so
trying to play
shabby on
catch up to
outside
what he
zone
messed
one,
up on.
But Denofa is just keeping him super close. You know, he's not door to door, but he's doing enough.
I wonder if that
Probably
e-brake
get an
pulls into
advancement
screw
here.
Chelsea.
Yeah, you know, this is just showing some what Justin Pollock, another Mustang driver, was talking about. Just, you know, having some equity, being familiar with the track, and that's what Chelsea really did. Again,
No.
love Eve Meyer.
Okay.
Love to see
I
just
think
his
it's
progression. I believe
because-
his first ever drift event he watched was here on the streets of Long Beach. He says, I want to do that.
I guess
Well,
because he wasn't,
against one
he
of the best
wasn't
of his.
within
Chelsea
proximity,
Denofa
bro.
gets the win. He will advance on. He's going against either Jonathan Hurst. So, Lorette, let me know. Shout out to Essa's daughter. And
Oh, that's right, the
kids
one more
made it
time.
For Lorette. Here we go. Taylor Hull, comp cams, kind of like ATSV initiating. Masayama right there.
Ooh.
Oh, Taylor Hull getting into the
Oh,
tire.
shoot.
Ryan, I want to take a look at what's their contact
Yeah,
out of the gate
did Matsi?
between Masayama and Hull as he went.
I can't pronounce his name.
Such a bummer. Oh, man. Oof.
We knew
Lit
it
his
wasn't
back
long
tire.
until something like that happened, right? We always
Driveline looks
one into
screwed.
that section of the course, and this is why this course can be so challenging. I'm watching on a delay over here, and I didn't see contact prior to that. Let's take a look. Here we go. Masayama surging forward.
Yep, he bumped him.
Right there. Actually, there may have been
That's
a
what I'm
slight
saying.
bump there. And I have to imagine that what the judges are going to look at next, they're going to look at the setup after initiation, probably camera one, when Hull gets back on throttle there, and where the bump may have taken
He's on
place.
throttle.
So he's starting to get back
Yeah.
on throttle.
It looked like he had a little bit more angle than Hull, and it looked like he butt bumped him.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and that threw him in the tire. So ready, right?
I think that was a door slam.
And that throws him offline, and it pushes
And
him more
as
towards the
Taylor was
tires,
getting his
and that back end rotates.
RPMs
You
up,
can see
it spun
it
him
looks
out.
like Taylor, as soon as he had that bump, was off throttle as well. So he was making adjustments to the contact.
And the frustrating thing here now, this is the first portion of this one more time battle. So scenario-wise, I'm seeing Lantain throw on his headset, so definitely want to get him in here. Ryan, what's up?
Where Taylor Hull initiated, what his initiation was like, and where was Masayama positioned at that time. So if you look at Hull right here, his initiation is pretty
that's-
late, either late or right at the cusp, and it was a lazy initiation too. It was kind of a slow roll to
rolling
angle.
into it.
And Masuyama's there expecting him to get on throttle and be moving in a way that
Well, this is
makes
different.
Masuyama have to get on throttle.
They've never rewound the
himself,
replay like
because
that.
in this area, if the chase driver doesn't get on throttle early, yeah, you can see that Hull there initiates quite a bit later than he should be. Yeah, if the chase driver's not getting on throttle, as the lead driver gets on throttle, the chase driver will be left behind, and that's why we have the decel map, the momentum map, sorry, and we have these situations set up so that the chase driver is protected. They need to be close early on. And they have to be aware that that lead driver won't be slowing down outside of that momentum area, the decel area. So just having a look at our flow chart that we have for collisions, and we want to make sure that we follow that properly. So I will let you guys continue to talk.
Yeah, appreciate
You're
that.
gonna let Jared
So,
talk? That's
take a
so
look at that,
crazy.
that you take all things considered, like Ryan said, point of no return, initiate at this point, slow roller initiation as opposed to maybe aggressive, as you would call it, rate to angle, or as we've described over the years, rate to angle. Masayama, his expectations, what Taylor Hull has been traditionally doing consistently through the event, what Masayama's been doing. They just had a battle, went to one more time, and notably, they did actually have contact on that first portion, the first battle. They did have contact as well.
Are these guys trying to get a wave going?
Elaborate. So, yeah, there you
Looks
are.
like they're trying to
How
get
we
a wave
doing?
going.
Round 7, Long Beach. You're there on the big screen. Hey, let's get a wave going here. Let's
Jared
start
Diaga.
at, where are we starting the wave
He does
at?
phenomenally, dude.
Let's
He's
start
so
at,
great at this. He's great overall,
Where are we
man.
starting? Let's just start it closest to the bridge. Can you guys hear me over there? What section is that? 16. Put your hands up, 16. That's right. Okay, you're section 16. So you're going to start the wave. You're going to come towards the judging stand, and we're going to go all the way around. We're going to
Hopefully
go to
the
the waterfront,
cameraman
okay?
stay on
Start
point
at
with
16.
this.
It's going to go in front of the judges stand on 3. You ready to send it? Section 16, closest to the bridge. Send it. Go. There we go. Round 7 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship.
I love
Coming to you
when
over
they
there
do
across the water. There you go. Keep it going. Section 24. Oh, it's coming. Okay, across the bridge. There. Okay, it's gaining momentum. Coming back to you, 16. 16, send it again.
I love Jared
There we
Deanna.
go.
He's
Okay,
one
let's see if
hell
they paid attention over there.
of a
23,
commentator,
24.
dude.
Coming
He's
your
one
way.
hell of a commentator.
Coming your way. There it is.
Cameraman doesn't know where to go.
Okay, there we go. Look at this. Somebody had their
There we
NOS
go.
energy drink this morning.
That's so cool.
Oh, look at, keep it going, 16.
Are they going back and
When
forth?
we come back, the waves are going to be on track, not here in the stands, not out in the ocean, but here on track. Let's see how it unfolds when we come back here. The AutoZone Streets of Long Beach, presented by Type S. Thank you so much, Long Beach, for joining us. We'll be right back.